We are currently halfway through the month of August. Today we will be discussing sneakers to resell in the month of August part 2. I've essentially decided to start doing a part 2 to update you guys on resale predictions made at the start of the month in comparison to now, as well as new products that have recently came up. So if you're not into reselling, that's okay as well. You could use this guide to know what are going to be the most hype sneakers, or the most limited, or even what are going to be the most popular general releases that may potentially go on sale, because hey, we're all trying to save a little bit of money. To be specific, in this video, we will be discussing the name of the sneaker, the retail, the release date, and whether the sneaker will be profitable or not, or if they may even sit on shelves resulting in a sale price. Feel free to subscribe and enable post notifications just to stay 100% updated on all these profitable releases, because this month still has a ton of incredible releases and I will be putting out how to cop guides for the most hyped of them. Also, my Twitter for urgent updates or links or shock drops, anything of that nature, is KeithAdam10. Be sure to give me a follow on there. Also, feel free to follow my personal as well, but that's up to you. Kicking it off for the second half of August, starting on the 17th, we have a pretty decent sleeper sneaker. This will be the J. Cole Puma RS Dreamer Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Based off the current demand and how the prior J. Cole Puma collaboration did perform, it is fair to say that there is solid potential for easy lunch money on these, if not potentially even more, on at least large sizes when it comes to these. Moving to August 19th, we should be seeing the Adapt Basketball 2.0 mag for $400. Although prior mag adapts actually performed quite well, on the other hand, when it comes to this pair, I'm not expecting the same exact result, and it is important to keep in mind that retail is very heavy at $400. Now, regardless of that, there still are consistent sales at around $500 or even more than that, especially when it comes to the very big sizes. So that's not saying these aren't going to be profitable, especially if you don't have tax. You still can make a little bit of money, but considering the retail is $400, when you're thinking proportionally, the margin on these is absolutely terrible. There's plenty of other options that you could go with, but if you're the type of person who has a ton of capital and you're in a no tax location, you want to go for everything, you could consider this. But I wouldn't exactly say this is for everyone, because the retail is so high and the margin is really not going to be great. On August 20th, for $130, we will be seeing another Space Hippie 04. When it comes to these, I would only suggest purchasing them for personal wear, and there is a slight possibility you may be able to get these for under retail in the secondary market, but we definitely will not see these go on sale. But regardless of that, I would not suggest purchasing these with any resale intentions, strictly for personal wear, based off of the prior 04s and how those have been performing. Now, on the other hand, speaking of Space Hippies, on the same exact day, August 20th, for the same retail of $130, we will be seeing another 01 in the wheat colorway. And on the other hand, in comparison to the 04, this 01 will certainly be profitable, and not only profitable, with that low retail, it'll also hold a pretty good margin as well. So this is just one of the many releases to look forward to this month. Now, jumping to August 21st, for only $100, we have one of August's most profitable releases, with one of the most incredible margins this month, and it will certainly be very difficult to cop. This will be the Dunk Low Samba. Obviously, this is an extremely hyped pair. The last time we saw this colorway was back in 2001, so there is some history to this pair as well. But regardless of that, they're extremely limited, and the demand is absolutely through the roof. It's been like that for Dunks throughout the past 2 years now. So obviously, when it comes to this, you're going to go full throttle. But the thing is, don't get your hopes up. It's going to be extremely difficult when it comes to this. Also, on August 21st, for $190, we have the Jordan 3 Women's Laser Orange releasing. Prices are holding up very well, actually, so I do expect easy lunch money on these at the moment. Volume isn't crazy, but it certainly is notable being this far out from the release. Definitely very solid potential for easy lunch money on these, and perhaps even more if you don't have tax in your location, so we'll definitely keep note of these, because it's certainly not something worth looking over. Also, on August 21st, for $140, we will be seeing the Reebok Question Mid Red Toe release. Although prior Reebok Questions have been easy lunch money, I'm not exactly expecting the same for these. Perhaps at best a very poor margin, only if you have no tax in your location. Obviously, in general, I'm just saying this isn't really the best release, but if you do want a personal pair, I actually wouldn't suggest sleeping on these, because I don't expect these to go on sale. On the other hand, speaking of Reebok, we will also be seeing a Reebok Eric Emanuel collab for the C85 collaboration, which will feature 3 different colorways, all of which will retail for $110, and obviously, with that $110, it does leave plenty of wiggle room for a decent decent margin. And although the demand isn't ridiculous on these, it certainly is present. And with that retail being only $110, there's plenty of room for easy lunch money. And worst case scenario, Reebok does offer free returns, so there's no risk. Moving to August 22nd for $190, we have the Indigo Jordan 12. I would expect a very similar turnout on these as many GR retros we have been seeing lately, such as the Grape Jordan 5, Bel Air 5, Jordan 12 Gold, which essentially means there should be easy lunch money to be made if you don't have taxing location, and perhaps even a couple of dollars if you do have taxing location, or if you could easily sell locally without selling on a platform and losing fees. But yeah, this is another lunch money opportunity, something to look forward to, especially if you have no taxing location. If you do have tax, it's not really the greatest. Also, August 22nd for $220, we will be seeing the Yeezy 350 Israfil. You should expect very similar profit to these as we saw on the Zion Yeezys, perhaps just slightly less. This essentially means all sizes under 8 will be easy profit, and sizes over 8 will also be profitable if you have no tax in your location. And very similar to the 12s I was just discussing, you probably still can profit if you do have tax on those larger sizes as well, especially if you're a more patient seller. The thing is, I wouldn't exactly expect a really great margin if you do have tax in location for those larger sizes, but I still highly do suggest going for the sizes under 8. Then on August 23rd for $180, we will be seeing the Kobe 5 Protro Big Stage. Don't sleep if you do want a personal pair, because they will sell out. However, when it comes to any of the Kobe's in today's video, I refuse to provide any insight on resale predictions whatsoever. Now, if your mindset is it's strictly business, I mean, I do understand that perspective, but just understand I'm not going to be helping you at all with that. You're on your own if you do want to choose that path. So anyway, speaking of Kobe's, then on August 24th for $180, we will be getting another Kobe 5 Protro. This will be the 5x champs. Again, don't sleep if you do want a personal pair, because they will sell out. Then the same exact situation goes for the Kobe Undefeated pack, which will be dropping August 27th. Also on August 27th, we will be getting the Jordan 3 Denim Fire Red for $200. Although the retail is $10 higher than traditional Jordan 3s at only $190, there still is a little bit of room for profit, especially with what demand's looking at right now, with the Europe pairs already being in circulation. Currently, it's looking like it's going to be easy lunch money. Again, not the greatest if you do have tax in location, but if you don't have tax, this is an incredible release, an easy opportunity to make a ton of money if you are getting a ton of pairs. But even if you do have tax, there still should be enough room to make a little bit of money, especially if you are selling local. Same situations as we've been mentioning previously with the other products. It's just not going to be anything significant, and expect a poor margin. Moving to August 29th, this is the most chaotic day of the entire month. So kicking it off, we have the Air Max 1 Evergreen for $140. These already dropped in Europe along with the orange pair, and these will definitely be easy profit with a decent margin as well, so you will want to go for these in all sizes. The only thing is, you will have to manage your time efficiently, because there's a whole lot of other releases also on this date, and we're going to get to that right now. So the next one I wanted to discuss, also on August 29th, this time for $200, will be the Yeezy 700 V3 Azerath. When it comes to this pair, you could definitely expect very good profit, not quite as high as the last pairs, but still very similar. And again, you should expect an incredible margin when it comes to these as well, because unlike the V2 or the V1 700s, the retail on these is not $300 luckily. Then also on August 29th, we will be getting perhaps the most hyped release of the entire month of August. This will be the Union Jordan 4 collab, something that has been anticipated for over a year now, ever since Union kind of hinted at it back in 2019. And now it's finally happened. The moment is finally here, and when it does come to these, the retail is $250, so yes, that is quite high, but regardless of that, trust me, expect a very, very good margin when it comes to these, and very high profit as well, of course. Go full throttle on both of these. Now, it is worth noting that the Guava Ice pair is the pair that is going to be exclusive to Union, but regardless of that, both of them will be profitable, very similar to what we saw on the Jordan 1s. Not quite as high in terms of resale, but it's still going to be a very good margin, something to look forward to, obviously. Then on the same day, the same situation goes for the Jordan Delta Union collab. Although the margin won't be quite as good as the 4s, regardless, certainly just another release to look forward to, making this day that much more chaotic. So obviously, this is an absolutely insane day, August 29th, no joke whatsoever. Brace yourself, make sure you prime your Gmails, you get plenty of residential data, prepare all of your cards, and also prepare for L's. But anyway, that will conclude it for today. Feel free to leave a like if you did enjoy, or you perhaps learned a thing or two. Also, subscribe and enable post notifications just to stay 100% updated on all these hyped sneakers, specifically some of the most hyped sneakers I will be making how to cop guides for you guys. And with that, I'll see you guys later. Again, feel free to follow my Twitter as well, KeithAdam10, for more urgent updates or any links I do have to push out last minute, anything like that. That though, enjoy the rest of your day and good luck on all these releases, of course. We got a beautiful rest of the month of August.